This video lecture is about the Bactrian Greeks' invasion on India and later their rule or kingdoms in Indian subcontinent. On the death of Alexander the Great, his empire was partitioned, divided among his generals, and Bactria, the region lying between the Hindu Kush and the Oxus River, fell to the share of Seleucus. Seleucus was a general in Alexander's army and later he became the ruler of these areas. Bactria was the center of Hellenic Greek civilization in Asia. After the death of Seleucus, his grandson Antiochus became the ruler of these areas. However, his governor in Bactria started a revolt, and later on, Diotos got an independent state in Bactria. After the death of Diodotus II, Euthydemus became the third ruler or king of Bactria. However, the neighboring Seleucidian king Antiochus started an attempt to reoccupy the Bactria, but his attempt was unsuccessful, and resultantly, the Antiochus made peace treaty with Euthydemus and later gave his daughter in marriage to Euthydemus' son Demetrius. After the death of Euthydemus, his son Demetrius became the ruler of Bactria, who was destined to play a prominent part in the history of Bactria and Indian subcontinent. Demetrius was the person who was responsible after Alexander for carrying the arms or military of the Greeks to the interior of Indian subcontinent. He conquered a large portion of northwestern India, including Punjab and Sindh. While he was busy in conquering new territories in Indian subcontinent, his Greek general named Eucratides headed a revolt and made himself master of Bactria. Demetrius could not re-establish his authority in Bactria. His authority was only confined to India or northwestern Indian areas only. And this was why he was known as the king of the Indians. After the death of Demetrius, Maninder became the ruler or king of Indo-Greek areas. Maninder was the greatest of the Indo-Greek kings. According to Strabo, he conquered more nations than Alexander. He established his authority at Sakala, modern days Sialkot in Pakistan, and penetrated into the interior of Indian subcontinent. From the great variety of his coins and the wide area of their distribution, it is concluded that Menander was the ruler of many kingdoms and was also a great conqueror. According to MRDC Sarkar, the dominions of Menander appear to have comprised the central part of Afghanistan, northwest frontier province, nowadays KP, and the Punjab, Sindh, Rajputana, Kathiawar, and probably also a portion of western Uttar Pradesh. The Milinda Pana, a Buddhist philosophical treatise, tells historians and scholars that Menander became a Buddhist religious followers, and he embraced Buddhist religion and become a Buddhist ruler or Greek Indian Buddhist ruler in northwestern India. After the death of Menander, the later Greek rulers in India were weak and inefficient. The Greek rule in northwest region of Indian subcontinent lasted more than a half century. As a result of internal dispute in the Greek rulers and leaders, the Greek power became weak and was overthrown by the hordes of Pharisee tribes who come from Central Asia and Iran. The newcomers belonged to three main nationalities. First, the Sakkas, second, the Palwas or Parthians, and the third one, the Yuchi, who completely destroyed the Bactrian Greeks' rules in the northwestern Indian subcontinent.